Can you guys hear me okay? Just I was messing around with my mic earlier and nobody was in here for me to test on them, but I think it's okay. It looks like it should sound pretty good. Uh, but yeah, we've just been messing around with all that, and I've been, doing a lot of stuff on Craigslist actually. Let go, offer up, just trying to stay on top of that and do more local sales because I'm going on vacation in a week and I want some quick cash. But yeah, that's been going pretty good. Last Saturday, right after I left here, I went to Best Buy and there was a line at the door. I was like, oh, okay, because I was buying new monitors, and these monitors are awesome, by the way, so much better than those crappy ones that I was using. High slip into vintage. Um, so yeah, I went to pick up those new monitors, and there was a line out the door. And it turns out that they just gotten a bunch of those new Nintendos in, the Nintendo Switches, and they were limiting them to one per customer. And so I got in line for one of those, like whatever, I'll get one. Because I looked them up on Amazon, they were selling for like $425 FBA, and I guess they're super hot and they can't stay in stock right now. So anyway, I went to grab that, and then I went and they held it for me. Went bought some monitors. By the time I probably looked at monitors for like half an hour, 45 minutes. By the time I was done, all the Nintendos were gone. So I was like, okay, well, uh, the monitors were very expensive. They're like $300 a piece or something like that. But I I asked them to look up some open boxes, see if any of the stores around had a open box one. And there was one like 15, 20 minutes away that had one for like $50 less. And I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. Run over there and see if just, save me $50. I'll do that. And so I bought my Nintendo, listed it immediately for 400 because that's what it seems to be going for on the face-to-face sites like Let Go and Offer Up and all that. And went across town, and they had some more Nintendos too. So I bought another one of those and bought my monitors, went home, set them up. And yeah, I already sold one of those Nintendos for 400 cash, which that was very nice. The other one, I've gotten a lot of I've gotten a lot of hits on it. Like a lot of people interested in buying, just lots of flakes. You know how it is with those face-to-face sites. If you get 10 people that are interested, then you're lucky to get one of them to show up with money in their hands. But the cool thing that I've noticed is I keep getting these messages from people that are like, they're $300 at Walmart. They're $300 at Best Buy. They're $300 at GameStop. So I've been like, which GameStop? Which Best Buy? Which Walmart? And sometimes they tell me. It's like, this could be interesting. So just did that this morning. I'm going to be going to a Best Buy that's supposed to have some more in stock because I'm going to get another one and, try and see if I can keep the gravy train rolling on these. But yeah, they're those face-to-face sites might have an interesting little side effect, because I don't know if you guys have ever sold like really hot toys or, the hot new item or whatever that people are lining up for. When they get in stock, they go away right away. So the thing is, there's a lot of people that are on these sites looking for that stuff. They're trying to talk you down, or trying to get one for cheap or whatever. So when you tell them, or when they tell you, hey, I just saw it at this store, ask them which store it is, because especially with like Offer Up and Let Go, it's a very limited radius that your ad will be seen. So most likely that store is going to be 5 minutes from your house, which I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how that goes. But yeah, it's pretty fun. Other than that, I mean, I haven't had much time to list. I've been really busy with work this week, so just getting everything ready. I'm going on vacation next week. Be in St. Pete's Beach. It's like right outside of Tampa in Florida, which that should be interesting. Going to be there for 5 days, 4 nighs, I think. So I don't plan on doing much more than sitting on the beach, sipping on beers, but we'll see how it goes. I might do like a dolphin swim or something like that, but I'm sure there's going to be lots to do there. So I shouldn't get bored. But yeah, trying to decide. Hey, Adam, what's up, man? Um, trying to decide if I want to put my store in vacation mode or if I want to change all my listings over to auctions, which I've tried before and it was a disaster, or if I want to just change the handling time on everything. And I think, let me turn this light on. Ugh. I think what I'm going to do is just go vacation mode just because it's easier. Hi, Joni. Yeah, there's a lot of people in Florida. I found out people seem to like to retire there. I know. I think Kevin Buccio's down there. I know Chad's down there. But there's a couple people that said that they're going to come and meet me while I'm out there. We'll see if that happens. But it should be fun. Get to meet some people, and I doubt I'm going to be doing any sourcing while I'm out there. That's a little too much, but don't know how I would get the stuff home anyway. But yeah, I was going to go over, just kind of show you guys some of my sales. I've got this new eBay account that I opened up. Actually, I opened this eBay account a couple of years ago, and I just never did anything with it, never really listed anything on it. But my suggestion, if you want to do, like, if you're doing pretty good on eBay and you don't have multiple accounts, just open up another one, even if you don't use it, just so that you have it. Because I mean, just having it sit there, some of your limits will automatically raise, because you get those new seller limits and all that stuff that you have to deal with, and they hold your money and they do all that. But yeah, if you have that extra, or if you just have that account sitting there, maybe you buy stuff with it every once in a while to try and build up your feedback, then just over time, if you once you finally get around to using it, then you'll be able to you'll have those higher seller limits. Let's see here. I'm gonna screen share for you guys. This is really cool having two screens for a lot of reasons. I freaking love it. I can't believe I didn't do this sooner. Definitely worth the money to get good monitors. I mean, you can get a couple of cheap ones, but I mean, it's going to hurt your eyes and all that. I mean, the monitors that they have out now, it is worth it. I got a pair of Dell. I can't remember what the model number is. They're like 25-inch. I got the box right here. A U2515H. And then I've got it up on like a desk stand to get so that it's just out of the way. And it's like a bezel-less monitor, so you can just put them together and almost have like a flush screen. Pretty interesting, but it's just nice to be able to work on a bunch of stuff. Like when I'm editing photos, or I was playing around with merch last night, merch by Amazon, and I made my first t-shirt, which I never thought I was going to do that. And I was like, I had an idea for a shirt and just decided, you know what, I'm just going to do it. But I'll show you guys that in a little bit. For now, let's go over here. And yeah, this is my new account. I don't have a whole lot going on here, but I'm doing about $1,500 a month or so over here with about 100 listings, selling just normal stuff. I'm trying to keep my clothing on my main account and then sticking to like video games and the stuff that I like, electronics, that kind of thing, on this account. Did get a negative because of my damn principals. This lady tried to scam me basically, and it was only over $15. I should have just refunded her, but she's got this item. She said that she didn't get what she received, but she didn't open a case, so I wasn't too concerned. I was like, look, I know what I sent you. The picture is the actual item that I sent you. And then she was like, nope, that's not what I got. So she sent me a negative feedback, and I was like, whatever. But you can see some of the stuff. Like I said, I don't have that much listed, but I've got, it's mostly like video game stuff. I got a Wii U, some gaming keyboards. These do really well. Like a lot of if you guys ever see the keyboards at Goodwill, especially like Logitech wireless keyboards, look for that unifying mark on the back. You don't really need the receiver in that case because people have the unifying receiver. They buy a keyboard that works with the unifying receiver, and then they just get it and they can hook it right up to their setup. A couple joysticks. This thing, I actually sold this. I had this in a haul video a couple weeks ago. It's a dry heat sterilizer. I had it sold. This lady was like, sent me an offer for like $270. I paid $12 for it. I was like, yeah, I'll take that. And then she asked me after she bought it, after she accepted it, do you want to give me or is it secondhand or is it brand new? I was like, well, clearly it's not new. I mean, come on, seriously, guys, this thing, it's got scratches on it, you can see, but it's still in really good shape. But I took some detailed pictures and just showed them that it works. Took a picture with it sterilizing so you can see that it gets up to the temperature and all that stuff. And she was like, oh, well, I didn't know that it was used. I don't want it anymore. So whatever. I've got 3 watchers on it. It'll sell pretty quickly, I'm sure. But I actually listed this live on one of my first haul videos that I did when I came back. It's just a little wallet, Juicy Couture, and hasn't sold yet, but it's got a watcher, so I'm sure it'll go eventually. I didn't expect it to go right away. This is one of my old monitors. Went ahead and put that up. Haven't had a lot of action on that. But yeah, that's the kind of stuff that I'm selling. As you can see, it's a lot of video games, a lot of and this is what I needed the monitors for, this kind of thing, because I do this all in GIMP. This is actually a lot of photoshopping, just photo editing, where I'll take a picture of each individual one and then put them all together. But you can see what they look like before I actually need to go back and mess with these a little bit. But just, you take all these individual pictures and then put them all in the same photo and then mess around with them a little bit, and yeah, that makes them pop a little bit more. Let's see, Blu-rays. I keep forgetting which account I'm on sometimes, and I'll put some of my clothing and stuff on this account on accident, but it's no big deal. But yeah, just in case you ever wondered what kind of stuff I sell, everything's free shipping. Everything, I accept best offers on everything, or I at least let people put in best offers on everything. I think it's dumb to not get that little bit of action, because all you have to do is say, no, you can decline offers. Don't feel bad about it. If somebody tries to offer you $10 on something that's going to cost $12 to ship, just don't accept the offer. Pretty simple. But yeah, some of the stuff. Let's see what I've sold this week or the last couple days. If you guys watched my haul video last week, had this Xbox, or I bought an Xbox with 4 controllers. One of them ended up being broken, like one of the thumbsticks was stuck. And as soon as I listed it, I sold both the Xbox with 2 controllers and one of the special edition controllers that it came with. I think I paid like $30 for the Xbox, sold the controller by itself for $20, and then I got $70 for the Xbox. So made a little bit on that. Really quick flip, and this kind of stuff sells really fast if you price it right. So that's why I don't mind only making $20, $30 on it if I with free shipping. And then, a lot of Wii U remotes, globes. I love selling these. I sell these all the time. If you guys ever find these, I find these all the time, like the Weigh and Pay and then at garage sales and stuff. They're IKEA wine rack holders. So when I get a few of them, I'll just put them all in one big lot and sell them. This time I had 5 of them, got $45 for them. And, they cost like 10 or 15 bucks to ship. So they sell real fast. Had a Quran. I found this English translated Quran at the Weigh and Pay. I paid 50 cents for it. Sold it for $39.95 in a couple of days. That was a good flip. Mice and keyboards, especially wireless mice or gaming mice or trackball mice. I get these at the Wakeup all the time, and as long as if it's wireless, if it has the receiver, or if it's Bluetooth, or if it It's a Logitech one with the unifying receiver on it. I'll pick them up because it costs 25 cents, 50 cents, real cheap. I mean, minimum $10. That's where I start on those. And then just some random stuff, you know. Sunglasses, I think I paid $1 for that. Sold them for 14. Pair of boots, you know, I get these at the Wampay for $2 or $3. Sold that pair for 40. Those sell pretty good. Platypus, this is a outdoors brand. Platypus, they make water bottles, and they're like the hydration type water bottles, but they're for like ultralight backpacking and stuff like that. If you can find those really cheap, then they'll sell pretty quickly. But this one was new in the package. But a lot of times you'll find like those Camelbacks or those backpacks with hydration pouches in it. If there's one of these in there, then they'll even sell used. You know, got a jacket in there that I sold. Got that at the Wampay. And then I think I covered a lot more of this stuff last week. Bunch of Nancy Drew mysteries. I paid 50 cents a piece for those. There were 15 of them in there, so do the math. What's that, like $7.50 I paid for them. Got $40. Had them up for $49.95. Took a $40 best offer. And those sold really fast. But yeah, these kind of things, the book collections, you know, like Great Illustrated Classics, Nancy Drew, Hardy Boys. Like if you get just a bunch of those old school serial novels or serial books, and there's just a bunch of them, then you can lot them up. Harry Potter does really good like that. Just lot them up and sell them like that, and they sell pretty quick in groups. Got some Legos that sold pretty quick. As you can see, I mean, I sell like 1 or 2 things a day on this account probably, and I maybe list 10 things a week here. I don't go very quick. I don't have time to sit there and list a bunch of stuff. But I mean, as you can see, I don't spend that much time on it. But you know, $1,500 in the or $1,400 in the last 30 days, and I mean, I really don't have much in anything that I sell. So I also want to show you the T-shirt that I made. Came up with an idea for a T-shirt company name, I guess, because when you're doing merch by Amazon, it lets you put a brand on each one, and that way you can it's almost like having your own little store. If you're doing a lot of designs, then, you know, I wanted to do a bunch of Reseller Wakeup shirts, then I would put those under Resell Ronin. The name for my jiu-jitsu line is Be the Weapon. I've got a buddy who's a tattoo artist who's got just a bunch of ideas for that kind of stuff. And I've been working with him, but he's been really slow to come up with stuff. So I just threw this together really fast last night and put it up on Amazon. Let's see if I can find it here. Yeah, if you search choke dealer, then it's one of the first. No, that's not right. It's one of the first ones that'll come up. Yeah, see, right there. I don't know where it is on jiu-jitsu, but I went ahead and bought one for myself just for the hell of it. But I got to go back and work on the keywords and stuff. I don't really know. But like I said, I wanted to get something up there because I've heard about the 120 days. If you don't list or if you don't put up some design by then they'll kick you off or whatever it is. So I made sure to just get something up there. And then I've got a couple more ideas that I'm going to be working on. Yeah, Adam said he loves Harry Potter books. He bought one for $11, sold it for $150. That's insane. I haven't found anything or any Harry Potter that good lately. I had to buy my girlfriend a couple of the illustrated ones for her birthday. I didn't have to, but I knew she'd love them. She's a Harry Potter nut, and she's kind of the reason why I found out about Harry Potter. Like, I didn't realize how serious. I thought it was something that just used to be big, but it's still huge, and people still love it, and it's there are some good ones out there. But anytime I find Harry Potter books, I'll just buy them and put them in a box. And whenever I collect a full set of them, then I'll just put all 7 books up on eBay for anywhere $30 to $50, depending on the condition and like whether they're paperback or hardcover or if they're a matching set. Some of the, like if you get a matching set of the really good hardcover ones, you can get a lot of money for them. And if you get hardcore into it and you learn like all the stamps, like, or whatever, you know, the editions and stuff like that, then yeah, you can sell them for more. But I'm not interested in doing that. You know, I mean, it's just, there's only so much you can know. And sometimes I just don't care about if I'm not getting top dollar for something. You sell some, or you pick something up for $1, you sell it for 20. I mean, I'll do that all day. And then if somebody pays 20 and sells it for 100, good for them. If I find out why and it's something simple, I'll know next time. If I never know, then I would have had to do a bunch of research and spend a bunch of time on it to get that. And if I did that with every single item I look at, then there's just no way. I mean, 9 out of 10 times, you know, it's going to be a quick search is going to tell you how much the stuff's worth. And there's nothing special about it that's going to be that's going to make it more valuable. But, you know, if you find out those little things, then it's definitely worth it to keep it in the back of your mind. It's too much sometimes, you know, there's too much to know, especially if you're in a lot of different niches. You know, I mean, I sell a lot of books, I sell a lot of video games, I sell a lot of clothing, I sell a lot of shoes, you know, and just knowing everything about everything's impossible. So I just try to keep it simple. I made a pretty good sale on FBA the other day. One of those had a Logitech touchpad, and I paid $28 for 2 of them. I got them home. One of them was brand new and sealed. The other one was not. I bought them because they were selling for like $150 on Amazon. But when I tried to list it, it said that I couldn't list it in used condition, and I didn't want to just put honestly, if I would have had one of those little clear circle stickers that you can use to seal, whoever bought it wouldn't have been able to tell the difference. But I just put it up on Amazon like new and sold it, or on eBay, I mean, the used one, like new, sold it for $80. I had $28 in each of them, so I, you know, paid for both of them on the first sale. And then when I finally sent this other Amazon shipment in, or this other one into Amazon like a week ago, it sold almost right away for like $260. So that was good. I've been using a new repricer though. It's free for up to 50 items, and it seems to be awesome. If you guys remember Ike McCluskey, he used to be on all the time, Picker Army. He turned me onto this. I used to use Be Cool, which that one rocks. It'll blow your stuff out really fast, and I actually think that one works a little better than this one. This one's kind of clunky, but like I said, it's free, and I'm not selling enough on Amazon right now to pay for anything. I'm doing all of my FBA shipments through Seller Central. I'm printing out all the labels through Seller Central, you know, just scanning the barcode and printing the labels out on my Dymo. And then, so Inventory Labs, Listy, all that stuff makes it a lot faster, a lot easier. I'm doing like one shipment every couple months. So it's not worth it for me to pay to do anything. So if you're like that and you're just doing a couple things on Amazon here and there, then I would recommend trying Kai Magic. And let me see if I have a link to this just so you guys can see. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I've got a link. I'm going to put this in the chat for you guys, just in case you want to try it up. Mr. Sadie, what's up, buddy? I'm also going to put this in the comments below, so if you're checking this out after the fact or after the video goes down, then you'll be able to see it down there. I'll do that later. But yeah, you can reprice up to 50 items for free with this. And then you can go to your settings and it'll give you can set your profit goal, your repricing rule, which I just do Kai Magic on everything, which is algorithmic. Or you can go to, you can follow the buy box, which I only care about that for new items. And you can do like buy box plus 1%, buy box plus 2%, buy box minus 1 penny, follow the lowest, whatever. There's a lot of different options that you can do. And then you can also liquidate, which just, it'll blow the stuff out if you want to get rid of stuff. And I haven't tried that yet, but I think I'm going to do that here. I guess what it does is like every hour it drops the price by a penny until it sells or something like that. I got to look into it more. Mike could tell you. I guess I'll just ask him next time I talk to him. But you've got your minimum price calculation, maximum price calculation. This is what the screen looks like. Let me see if yeah. This is what the settings screen looks like. So you've got these default global preferences. You can go for faster sales or higher margin. You can put your profit goal in there. And this is what you do to make sure that it picks up items automatically as something else sells. So if you've got 50 items, if an item sells, then it'll drop that item once you run out of stock and start repricing the next item in line. And as long as you have your SKU set right, you can do like SKU ins in, dot in, comma in, or just disable that. And then you have to reprice, like go back and click on what you want to have being repriced automatic or as stuff sells. But what I do is I end all of my SKUs in just like that. So like if I do when I do my SKUs, I'll do 0. Like if it's the first item that I'm putting in for the day, I'll put 001, which stands for 1. Then or for the first item that I'm inputting, then I'll put the date. So 0702 17, and then I'll put the price, which if it's $1, like 0100. If it's 50 cents, 0050. If it's a quarter, 0025. If it was free, 0001 or whatever, just so that it picks up on that and it knows what you paid for it, and then it can adjust your price and basically not go too far out of whack. But I mean, if you're buying good products and stuff, I don't think you really need to worry about minimum price as much, because I mean, you're going to make money on everything if you know what you're selling, I guess, if that makes sense. But yeah. I'm probably not going to be able to go a whole hour today just because like I was saying, my girlfriend's parents are in town, so we're showing them around. I still have to go pick up my daughter. Mr. Sadie says Amazon FBA is really fizzled out. He's got about 50 SKUs that are merchant fulfilled, and he's been doing well with eBay. Fits better. Man, Mr. Sadie, Amazon is fizzling out for me too. And it's mostly because I don't do the work. I mean, I know that when I send stuff in, it will sell. Like those Nintendo Switches. I can either sit here and sell 1 or 2 a week live face-to-face with somebody and risk having them snatch and grab it or try and mug me or whatever. Or I could send them into FBA, sell them for $425, and they probably sell as fast as they hit the warehouse. And then, make $50 after all the fees and everything. So I don't know which one's easier, but, or I could put them on eBay and, make a little bit less. But for certain things, Amazon is still better. If it's popular items, fast selling items, high ranked items. But obviously books and stuff like that, I would rather send into Amazon most of the time. But I'm just pickier with my books now. I don't buy a book just because it's worth something on Amazon. I buy, or okay, I don't buy books for eBay unless it's just because it's worth something on Amazon. But I do still buy books and scan books and send books into Amazon because I can't take some random stupid book. Like, okay, here's an example. I found this in my storage, so I didn't pay anything for it. But it's Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam. I have no freaking idea. I think I had that right. I did find these pictures in here, though. This is kind of cool. What do you guys think? Now, I see people talking about selling photographs all the time, like vintage photos. I mean, is this the kind of stuff that would sell? I mean, this looks like it could go on a greeting card, honestly. This is just a really cool photo of a little girl with a dog. Love this photo. And then there's, motivational poster type thing. You could use it for something like that. Thought that was a cute one. And then you got another picture of the dog. But these are just random photos that somebody had put in this book. And they look just old enough. Somebody's business card, which I don't think that's going to be worth anything. It's just a communist tobacco. I mean, it's a weird name, but cool name. And then out of focus. If this was in focus, it would probably be a pretty cool one. I think, a dog with a pipe. And then, yeah, this is just a picture of this one's way out of focus too. But I mean, is this the kind of stuff that people are selling and getting paid for on eBay? Like as far as the photographs? Because I've never really bothered to try. I've had a few photos that I thought would do okay if I actually put them up. But anyway, this book, I looked it up, and it was selling for pretty good money. I used the Amazon Seller app, and then because this one doesn't have a barcode, it's old enough, it's kind of vintage. And I'll just go to search. And once you get to this screen, you click on the little camera, and it's called continuous scanning, but you just scan the cover and it comes right up. It's really good for older books with no ISBN. And then I think this is the one, isn't it? A bunch of them came up. Yeah, this is the one. As you can see, it's not great. $130 brand new. Used 3 FBA offers from $20 each. 1.8 million in books. I mean, something like this. I don't even remember where or how I got it, but it was in my storage. Probably sell or send this in, and if it doesn't sell, then it doesn't sell. But not a big deal. Found this one at the weigh and pay the other day. This one always sells. This is the kind of book that you can put on eBay or on Amazon, wherever you want to sell it, just because it's so popular and it's kind of legendary. This one, I mean, it's kind of torn up. This is probably going to go on eBay just because of that, because I don't like selling books that are falling apart on Amazon. But people buy this book all the time. And if you don't know what the Kama Sutra is, Google it. But yeah, I don't buy a whole lot of books, but I wait until I get 30 or 40 of them, and then that's when I get around to doing my FBA shipments. And it's not really enough to keep things rolling, though. I mean, with Amazon, you just have to keep feeding the beast, feeding the beast, feeding the beast. So I know what you mean, Mr. Sadie. It's easy for Amazon to fall off if you're not staying on top of it. With eBay, it's easier for me to just put up an item or two here and there. Some photos are just hit or miss. I would try them since they have the dog, of course. If they were bike cars or older, they would do better, I think. Yeah. I mean, it's one of the reasons why I started my second account was so that I could sell Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh cards with that and just put a stamp on them. That way I could sell some of the cheaper ones. And then I figured I'd also be able to do like photos and stuff like that. And I wouldn't have to worry about keeping that account top rated. But then once I started using it, I was like, well, I mean, if I keep all my clothing over here and then all my other stuff over here, then my main account could become kind of a clothing store. And, you know, I could start kind of building a brand because I sell the same type of stuff most of the time. You know what I mean? Like, I sell a lot of cowboy boots, a lot of work boots, a lot of motorcycle boots, a lot of like Chuck Taylors, like interesting looking Chuck Taylors, a lot of leather jackets and just the same type of stuff. So it's almost like a brand, I guess, like a style. It's more like it. But it would just, if I could set that store up like that, look a little bit more professional, I think, and then I'd be able to promote it a little better. But as it stands, I just kind of list stuff and forget it, and then just keep listing it till it sells. I did go to a consignment store the other day just to drop some stuff off. One of the things that I like to do with clothing before I list them, especially when I got a big pile, is just take it to a couple consignment shops and let them pick through and pull out what they want first, just so that I can kind of pay for everything before I start listing it. And then, you know, whatever I sell is kind of pure profit because I'm buying everything at the weigh and pay. You know, I'm going on dollar days at like Dollar Jean Day at Goodwill. You know, I mean, I don't pay more than $1 or $2 for any of the clothing that I sell unless it's real good. You know, I mean, I know I'll pay up for a nice Robert Graham. I'll pay up for a good jacket, a good coat, you know, if it's the right brand, a good pair of boots, you know, that sort of stuff. But for the most part, I like to keep it minimal cost as possible because clothing takes forever to sell sometimes. And I mean, no matter how good your pictures are, there's still a lot of competition out there with clothes, and you have to really get it dialed in. Either that or you have to be selling on other platforms. You know what I mean? Like if you have a good Instagram following, or, you know, if you're one of those people that tweets every auction that you put up and you've got 10,000 followers, that kind of stuff will like direct traffic straight to your listings without people having to just randomly find it on eBay. But I haven't really gotten into that stuff. I just list it and then somebody finds it, put in good keywords, good photos. Eventually it either sells or it doesn't. And I've been, Mr. Sadie said he's starting a second store. He wants to have a niche store as well. Yeah. I mean, I like having things a little separate. One of the things that I do, running 2 stores, it's kind of a pain to switch back and forth, and eBay doesn't make it easy. You know how, like, I mean, Gmail does it, Twitter does it, all these apps do it where you can just click on whatever profile you want and you can go to a different profile. I wish eBay would make it so that if you have multiple stores, you could just click on your other stores and have them all saved in the app or whatever, so you can go back and forth. It's so annoying that you have to sign out, sign back in. So what I do on my phone is my browser is set up to go straight to my second store, and the app is set up to go straight to the regular, like my main store, so that I don't have to keep logging in and logging out. And then on my browser on my computer, Chrome is set up to go to my main store, and then I've got Firefox as a backup, which I only use for eBay. That goes straight to my second store. So that way I don't have to keep logging in, logging out, checking both stores. It would get on my nerves. I couldn't do that all day. There's no way. I mean, that's the easiest way that I've found to manage 2 stores without having to constantly log in and log out and do all that. But yeah, since I'm not doing this full time anymore, I definitely prefer the eBay. Um, it's either quick and easy to list stuff that, you're selling for 10, 20 bucks, or it's uh, some of the more expensive stuff where if you like those Xboxes, I mean, I can get an Xbox, bring it home. It takes me 2 minutes to test it, take a couple photos. People know what it is. They don't have to have flashy photos for an Xbox. All it matters is that you have it priced correctly. And then, I mean, that's people will see it and people will buy it. And I go to pricecharting.com. That's a really good way to quickly get your prices on video games and consoles and stuff if you don't really know. But that's like more of a baseline because I feel like the prices on price charting are pretty low. I don't just go off of that, but like if I'm outsourcing, I use that to, if I don't use the Amazon seller app, just to kind of find out how much stuff is worth. Because sometimes I'll be looking for something on Amazon and I just can't find it, or there's 100 different listings for it or whatever. And instead of going over to eBay, I'll just check price charting and see what kind of the average is across multiple platforms and sell it that way, and get the pricing that way. And then when I get home, I'll do my normal eBay price check. I don't know if you guys know. I can run you through it real quick. I got a few more minutes. Let's go back to the screen share. So easiest way I found to price check, like let's look for Xbox. For that original Xbox, you definitely want to go to original Xbox console. Otherwise, if you just put Xbox console in there, you'll get Xbox 360, Xbox One, Xbox. Let's go. This is a black one. There are a bunch of different colors, and if you get one of the rarer colors, it'll be worth a lot more. Platform, yeah, I'll stick with Xbox, and then 8 gig. I didn't even know they made a 4 gig. Go down to use, and you're just, at this point, I'm just dialing in everything so that I don't have as many results, because I don't like to sit there and wade through 500 listings. And then we go to completed. We start there. So 252, there's 70 listed, there's 252 completed. That tells me that a lot of people are listing them and they're selling faster than they're being listed. So that's a good sign automatically off the bat. As you can see, this Xbox sold for $42. It came with a couple games, but that was by auction. Now, if you want to dial it back even more, you can search by buy it now, because I'm not going to auction off something like an Xbox just because they go for $42 at auction. Or like you see here, $50 just for the console by itself. 50 bucks plus shipping, $89.52 for, that was a really nice Xbox. But as you can see, it's trending at $49.99. I don't pay a whole lot of attention to that, but yeah, just for the console, usually goes for about 50 bucks. The cables you can't really sell by themselves for enough to make it worth going after, or worth listing. And those two controllers that mine sold with, the one that I just sold was the console with the cables and 2 S-type controllers. I usually get $35 with free shipping when I do a lot of 2 Microsoft or like original S-type controllers. So I could have gotten a little bit more if I would have broken it up, but whatever. It was easier just to sell it all together. But let's see. So yeah, console only, 40 to 50. And then you're just going to look for one that sold, like this one, original Microsoft Xbox black console. I like those keywords. Similar item. Then I would just go to sell one like this. Then you upload all of your info. Make sure that with the Xboxes, like the video game consoles, the listing has the right region code and everything, because sometimes you'll pick a listing that's a PAL or a different region. And then if your region on your console doesn't match the listing, then somebody buys it, you'll get in trouble for that. But yeah, so kind of got a pretty good idea of how much these sell for, $60, $70, $80. So I got a pretty good I had a pretty good price on mine, $70 with free shipping. Let's see. Yeah, Mr. Sadie said if you could probably sell an Xbox with no picks if the price is right. You probably could. I mean, stuff like that, it doesn't matter. You know, people know what they're getting, but it does help. You know, I mean, it's there are some things that I have stock photos for that I don't really care. Like it doesn't, like Guitar Hero games. You know, if I've got Guitar Hero 1, 2, and 3 with a random game, like another one or something, then I'll just use a stock, I'll find the same batch that I had previously sold and just use that listing with the same pictures again. So that makes those listings go really fast. And I mean, a game like that, it's not collectible. People don't care what the case looks like. As long as the disc works, that's all they care about. So, you know, even like Guitar Hero guitars and stuff like that. I mean, like I sell those on Amazon. I just use the same picture. Like I don't change the picture on my SKU for those. I only pay $2 or $3 for them. I either get them at the WAMPay or I get them at Goodwill. And when I get them at the WAMPay, they cost $2 or $3 because it's by weight. If I get them from a regular Goodwill, they cost $2 or $3. Like that's what they sell them for around here. If I get them at a garage sale, you know, no more than $5. So back to the Kai Magic. If I'm using Kai Magic to reprice my item, and I've got a SKU where I'm paying, you know, $2 to $5 for, then I would just make sure that the SKU that I'm using for that Guitar Hero guitar has 0500 at the end, so that I don't run into problems with the repricer. And then I just take a stock photo so that I have my own photo on the listing, and then I just keep sending them in and using the same photo. And that way I've got a little photo next to my listing. It'll make it stand out a little bit more when people are searching for the exact guitar that they want or whatever, you know, like the best deal on one. And then just make sure that it's, you know, may have stickers on it or whatever, has been fully tested. That's all you got to do. But yeah, kind of scatterbrained today. Just like I said, I've got a lot going on this week. It's been busy at work and girlfriend's parents in town. I'm sitting here trying to think of what I want to do today. I got to get to Best Buy and see if I can pick up a couple more Nintendos and make sure I thank that dude for giving me the heads up. It was funny. He sent me this message this morning on Let Go. Like, hey, man, those Nintendo Switches are $250 at Best Buy, which they're not. They're $300. I'll give you $200 for it. I'm like, which Best Buy? And then he told me like the address or which one it was. I was like, oh, thanks, bro. Hope there's still some there. So we're gonna go and snag all those. But we'll see you guys next week. The Reseller Wake Up Facebook group is in the description part of the video if you want to go and check that out. I try and post stuff every once in a while, but that's where I post all my videos. So if you want to find out like when I'm doing a new haul video or, you know, just what's going on, then you can go join my Facebook group. And then I've got my Twitter and my Instagram down there. Actually, Instagram, you can only have one account, and I use it more to promote my Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu than I do anything eBay related. And since, I mean, even this merch account that I'm using, it's going to be, the first one that I do is going to be more Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and MMA related, like geared towards those types of shirts. But if I get some eBay shirts, some motivational shirts up, I don't know, would you guys even buy a Reseller Wake Up shirt if I put one up? I mean, I tried to make one once. I just couldn't get it to look good. So I feel like I need to kind of build things back up around here and start posting more videos and just get people more interested in my channel again. And I mean, the best thing that you guys can do if you want to help out is just hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up button if you like the video, if you got any good information, and message me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, any of those. If you know anybody who you'd like to see come on the show, or who you know might be interested in coming on, I don't like talking to myself. I like it better when there's lots of people on and we're all having a conversation, and we're all inputting, we're all putting valuable information out there and kind of bouncing ideas around and stuff like that. I mean, I can't tell you how much of my business, or how much my business has improved, and how much of a better seller I've become just because of doing this channel. It's I really appreciate all you guys for watching. Appreciate everybody who's come on in the past, and like I said, I'd love to see more of you. Got to get Deb on here, maybe get Dusty someday. John, Scott, Adam. I actually talked to, if you guys remember, there's a guy named Henry that used to come on. He did coins. He was talking to me, or he messaged me the other day. I hadn't heard from him in like a year and a half. It's like, hey, I'm in between contracts. Let's do a show. Sorry, Henry. I wanted to get you on. And if you're still on this week, maybe we can still do it. But I'm just going to be busy. It's bad timing. But anytime any of you guys want to hit me up, do it. And I might start doing more hangouts in the, like during the week or whatever, when I'm at home, when I'm working, if I'm around, just to kind of get to know some more of y'all. But thanks everybody for watching. Hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed. Go check out the Reseller Wake Up on Facebook, and follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Anyway, see you all next Sunday. Bitcoin.